Hey, how's it going, sexy felines? My name is CJ or M.C.I.K. Welcome back to another Warframe video. We are here with another top 5 video, and the last one I did was top 5 primers in Warframe, and you guys really gave a lot of support and love on that video, and you guys said, please do make a part 2 to this. A lot of you guys said that you liked that I updated the list, because, you know, of course, like I said, guys, everyone's weapons, when you're playing Warframe, every month, they change, you know, so your top 5 usually change every month. So you guys like the idea of me updating this. So today we're going to be going through my top 5 favorite secondaries in Warframe. My pistols or whatever it may be. Secondaries, sidearms, whatever you want to call it. My top 5 sidearms in Warframe that I like to run. And they aren't the best builds, but they are the most fun to use and the most efficient to use in my opinion for my playstyle. So keep that in mind when I go into this video. Be open-minded about this. It's not anything professional. I just want to tell you guys what I like to run with and what my favorite weapons are in Warframe currently at the moment in 2017, in March to be exact. But yeah, you guys said a lot of good suggestions. You guys said do top 5 sentinels, top 5 melee weapons, top 5 secondaries. So I might do some more of those, but I want to spread them out through the year. I don't want to do them all in the same month. So anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at my top 5 secondaries in Warframe. Starting from 5 and going all the way to number 1. 5 being my, you know, somewhat favorite, to number 1 probably being my most favorite. And I'm also going to show you guys these builds as well very briefly, but don't critique them too much. These are more for fun. These aren't ready for BOTWs by any means. So, you know, these are more just for fun, so don't take it too seriously. These aren't the greatest builds. I'm aware of that. But either way, let's get right into it. Alright, the first one on the list, number 5, we have the Twin Rocket. This was released with the War Within, and it's sort of a flintlock pistol. There's 2 of them, and each one have 1 bullet in the chamber before you have to reload, of course. And honestly, it's a really good weapon. I mean, at base, it does have a lot of status chance, so that's always a plus for me, at least. I like to look at status. And, you know, its criticals aren't the best for this, but also it has a lot of raw damage. It has a lot of puncture damage and a lot of impact, which is really good. 2 damage types that are really good. The accuracy is really good. For some reason, it says 4.3, but when you're using it, you'll really feel like, I don't know, like Flint Eastwood. The accuracy is like really good on this thing, and that's probably one of the reasons why I like this so much. The Twin Rocket are really nice. The reload is a little bit, you know, it's not too bad, and you know, the magazine's too, but still, if you get the headshots though, each target should only go down with 1 bullet, so you know, it works out pretty well. So for modding this thing, what I did was I went with a corrosive and blast build because I just wanted to put on all the stat mods so I could get a high enough status chance, which really is pretty damn high. It's 86%, which is quite a bit of status chance. So we're gonna go with our base damage mods, Horn Strike and Barrel Diffusion, and then of course Litho Torrent for more damage as well. So more multi-shot will add more damage in general. And then we have over here our 4 elemental damage mods with status chance as well. So we have Toxic and Electricity to make our corrosive, and then top 2 are Blast, which is Cold and Fire. And then down at the bottom, I added Convulsion for more electric damage, so that way Corrosive is the main damage, which is 5,000, which is good, and the Corrosive is really nice against heavier units, which just work really well. Now, I might change the build a little bit later on. I only have 1 form on this, but I might change it around later. But for now, I kind of like it, and it's a lot of fun to use. Alright, the next one down the list is going to be the Spira Prime, which is going to be our number 4 slot on the list. And I love the Spira Prime for a couple of reasons. For one, this aesthetic of it is beautiful. It has 2 ribbons on the sides on each one, kind of flailing in the wind. The thing spins around like a total pimp. It looks great. And not to mention the stats on this thing are really good as well. With my build that I have on it, I was able to get a critical chance of 66% and a status of 51%, which is not the greatest. I can always do better, and the build isn't really that great. I don't have any Forma invested on this weapon, but I really should get some Forma on this weapon because it's really good. I mainly love running this weapon on maybe like a stealth loadout with for like Ashe or Loki or one of those, and taking my targets out really fast rather than having the trouble of charging up a bow to take one of my enemies out. You can just throw these things in the face and bingo bongo, they are gone. But you know, overall the stats on this thing at base are pretty damn good, and it could always use a Forma. Like I said, I haven't got around to it yet, but the build that I have for it is not too bad. I'm missing 1 mod slot, but that's just because I was thinking about putting this Riven mod I have here for it, but I can't fit it on there just yet. So the build I have for it now is just these 3 base damage mods. Of course, the normal one, Torrent Strike, Barrel Diffusion, Litho Torrent, these damage mods, you know how it works. And then I have Pistol Gambit for critical chance, and then these 2 element mods for corrosive, and then more pathogen rounds, toxic damage for more corrosive to build up my corrosive damage, bring it up to a 51% status chance, or a 50% status chance, my bad. And then, yeah, this one makes it a 66% critical chance. And yes, I do have primed Pistol Gambit. I just haven't leveled it up, so it's kind of like less. But yeah, that's the build. I like running the Spirit Prime with Stealth Lotus. That's all that needs to be said about that. Moving on to the number 3 slot on the list, and that is going to be the Lex Prime, which I've always loved the Lex Prime. And ever since Baro Key released the relic for the Lex Prime, I have been a fan of this one ever since. You know, I leveled it up to 30, got some form on it, and when I say form, I mean like at least 5 forma, and put a lot of time invested on this build. And all in all, the stats on this thing are great. It does a lot of damage, it hits really hard, and it is, you know, it's fairly accurate. Not the greatest, but better up close and personal when you're getting those headshots, so you might want to be a little bit closer to the enemy. But still, all in all, I love running this weapon for heavier units like heavy gunners on Grenier missions, for the Void, whatever I may be doing. I do bring these quite a bit, and yeah, that's really all I have to say about these. The Lex, you know how it works. We'll get into the build, though. The build that I have for it isn't the greatest, but it's not too bad for the forma that I have invested onto this. It's 5 forma, like I said. I have Prime Pistol Gambit, Target Cracker for more critical chance and critical damage. Then I have the 2 element mods down here for corrosive, and then another pathogen rounds for more corrosive. And then, of course, we have the 3 main damage mods here. And yeah, 3 damage mods, and then that is about it for the build. The Lex Prime is a good weapon, and I have been running it quite a bit. Sometimes it gets a little bit clunky at times, but, you know, the attack rate isn't the best. But I've gotten used to it, to be honest. It's not too bad. Moving on to the number 2 slot on this list, that's going to be the Stiletto Prime. A fan favorite of mine, and a fan favorite of pretty much everyone else's. They freaking love this weapon. I don't know, man. It's not, I don't know. Everyone loves it. I guess you could have assumed this was going to be in the list, because it's just a great weapon. It has a lot of status chance, and, I mean, it shreds armor like a beast. And it's, of course, it's automatic. It's fast firing, big magazine at 40. You know, it's just, all in all, the stats on this thing are great. It even has a pretty decent critical chance. So, all in all, this is a great weapon. Does pretty good base damage as well. I like to run gas on it just for fun. It does a little more damage, and gas is pretty damn good as well. And yeah, there's really nothing bad to say about the Stiletto Prime. For modding, I went with the base damage mods. We have at the bottom here, we have the 3 base damage mods. I won't go over those anymore. We have Pistol Gambit for more critical chance, because I thought it might work well on it. And some people would be like, Cole, why do you have critical chance on this thing? This is mainly good for status. I just feel like I wanted to put it on there. This is just how I build, so just chill out, leave it at that. It's all good. But we have pathogen rounds and more toxic damage, basically, all in all, to add more gas, because this is going to be fire and toxic down here at the bottom. And then, of course, we have Colt here. This is just a gas build that I like to run. It's just personal preference, really. I have 1 forma on this. That's about it. I could always put more. I probably will eventually. But yeah, for now, it's not too bad. I love running the Stiletto Prime. It does really well against shredding Grenier armor, like I said, heavier units like heavy gunners, and that's what I like to use it for mainly. Alright, moving on to the number 1 slot, the Vacor Marelock. This is going to be my favorite primer weapon still at the moment. I love this weapon so much. It is dear to my heart. I don't know why. A lot of people don't like it. I am a huge fan of it. The Marelock was fantastic, but the Vacor Marelock is even better. It has the proc from the Steel Meridian. It does a lot of, it does a buttload of damage, and it has tons of status chance as well, just like the Stiletto Prime. So with corrosive on here, you're gonna be able to shred armor really easily, and you know, not as easily because of course it's not automatic, but still it will do a ton of damage, and the accuracy is pretty nice too. It's kind of like a pistol rifle in a sense. So yeah, it is a great weapon, and I've always used it quite a bit. I made an honest opinion on it a while ago. If you guys haven't seen that, I recommend you guys check that out. Basically talked about the stats a little bit and show you guys the build. Alright, here's the build for it. Like I said, I have 2 forma in on it. I could always change it up a little bit. I think I do change it here and there just for fun, just to make it always interesting and keep it fresh. But I have Hornet Strike, Barrel Diffusion, Lithotorn, the main damage mods. You guys know how this works. And then I have Pistol Pestilence, Jolt for some corrosive. And then more corrosive with Convulsion, adding electric damage. And then I added on this for some cold damage, because cold damage is great. And this does bring it up to 100% status chance, which is beautiful. And then last but not least, I put on Deep Freeze for more cold damage, because I already had a deep polarity here. I didn't feel like getting rid of it, so I thought I might as well use the best of it, use it, and just put some more damage on. So I think it works out pretty damn well. Anyway, guys, those are all of my top 5 favorite secondary weapons in Warframe. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Feel free to leave a comment down below for something else you guys may do in Warframe, and I will see what I can do. Or maybe just leave another game down below in the comments. I want to start playing some new games and try some other stuff out and kind of expand my range and content. So let me know what you guys may do. Leave in the comments. I read all your guys' comments. I know it's kind of hard to believe it, but I do. I go through all of them and try to reply to all of them as well. So thank you guys all for the support and all of the daily motivation. It really means a lot to me, guys. Thank you guys so much. Anyway, have a great day. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's video. Stay sexy, stay cool, subscribe to join the Feline pack, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, and peace out.
Warframe.